Hello, and welcome back to Daily English Talk. We are so happy you are here with us today. I'm your host, Jason, and I'm really happy you're here with us today.
And I'm your co-host, Julia. Thank you for joining us. Today's episode is very helpful, especially for anyone who wants to get a job or prepare for a job interview in English.
Yes, because today we are talking about one of the most common and most important interview questions. Tell me about yourself.
Many learners feel nervous when they hear this question. They don't know what to say, or they say too much, or they share personal details that interviewers don't really need.
Exactly. But don't worry. After this episode, you will know exactly how to answer this question in a simple, clear, and confident way.
In today's lesson, you will learn why employers ask this question, common mistakes to avoid a simple structure you can follow, sample answers you can use, and we'll even do a real practice interview so you can hear the answer in action.
So stay with us until the end, because we'll also give you a small practice challenge to help you improve your speaking.
All right, let's get started.
All right, let's move to our first main topic. Why do employers ask the question, "Tell me about yourself"? Many people think this question is just a simple introduction, but actually, it has a very important purpose.
Yes, employers don't ask it just to be friendly. They ask it because they want to understand who you are as a professional. Not your whole life story, but your background, your skills, and why you might be a good fit for the job.
Exactly. This question helps employers learn three things. First, your communication skills. Can you explain your experience clearly and confidently?
Second, they want to know your most important strengths in a short time. If you can choose what to say carefully, it shows you understand yourself and the job well.
And third, they want to see how you organize information. Your answer shows if you can think clearly and structure your ideas.
Another important point, this question helps employers decide if you are the right person for the position. If your answer matches the job description, that's a big advantage for you.
Right? So when interviewers say, "Tell me about yourself," they are not asking about your hobbies, your family, or where you grew up. They want a short, professional introduction that shows you are ready for the job.
And don't worry, we will teach you exactly how to give that kind of answer today.
Let's move on to the next part. Common mistakes learners make when answering this question. Now, let's talk about something very important. The common mistakes beginners make when they answer the question. Tell me about yourself.
Yes, because many English learners can speak well, but they still make mistakes that make their answer weak or confusing in a job interview.
The first big mistake is sharing too much personal information. Some people talk about their family, their childhood, or their hobbies. But interviewers want to hear about your professional life, not your personal life.
Right. Another mistake is talking for too long. Sometimes learners talk for 2 or 3 minutes without stopping, but interviewers prefer short, clear, and organized answers, usually 30 to 45 seconds.
A third mistake is starting with unnecessary details. For example, saying, "My name is," you don't need to say your name. They already know your name from your CV and the interview.
Exactly. And another common mistake is speaking too fast because of nervousness. When you speak too fast, your ideas become unclear, and interviewers may not understand you.
Here's another one. Not connecting your story to the job. Some learners give information that is not related to the position they're applying for. But your answer should show why you are a good fit for that specific job.
And finally, many learners make this mistake. They don't practice their answer. They think they can improvise during the interview, but this usually leads to confusion.
That's right. Practicing your answer helps you sound confident, natural, and professional.
Now that you know what mistakes to avoid, let's look at something very helpful, the perfect structure you can use to answer this question.
Now it's time for the most important part of today's episode. How to answer. Tell me about yourself in a simple and professional way.
Yes. And don't worry. We will give you a structure that is super easy for beginner English learners. We call it the past, present, future structure.
That's right. This structure helps you keep your answer short, clear, and organized. And it works for every job interview. Let's break it down. 1. Past who you are and your experience.
In the first part, you talk about your background. Where did you work before? What did you study? What experience do you have?
But remember, keep it professional. No childhood stories, no family information, just your work and education history. 2. Present what you are doing now.
In the second part, you explain what you're doing right now. If you're working, say your current job. If you're studying, say what you're studying. Even if you are unemployed, you can say what skills you are learning at the moment.
Yes, employers want to know what you're doing today, not just your past. 3. Future. Why you want this job.
In the last part, tell them why you are applying for their company. This shows you are focused, motivated, and serious.
For example, you can say something like, I'm excited about this job because it matches my skills and I want to grow in this field. Putting it all together.
So your answer becomes very simple: past, present, future. Who you were, who you are now, and why you want this job.
And the great thing is, this structure helps you speak for about 30 to 45 seconds, which is the perfect length for an interview answer.
Later in this episode, we'll give you real sample answers using this structure so you can understand exactly how it works.
But before that, let's move to the next part. Sample answers, beginner level, and advanced level. Now that we know the structure, past, present, future, let's hear what a real answer sounds like. We will start with a beginner level answer, and then we'll show you a stronger, advanced level answer.
Yes, and remember, you don't need to memorize these answers. Just learn the style and the structure. Then you can create your own version. Beginner level answer.
All right, Julia, can you give us a simple beginner answer?
Sure. Here's an example. I graduated from high school 2 years ago, and I worked as a shop assistant for 6 months. Right now, I am taking an English course and learning basic computer skills. I am applying for this job because I want to start my career, and I think this position is a good opportunity to learn and grow.
Great. That answer is simple, clear, and easy for beginners. It uses short sentences, basic vocabulary, and it follows the past, present, future structure perfectly. Advanced level answer. Now let's hear a more advanced version. I'll do this one.
Go ahead, Jason.
Here's an advanced answer. I have 3 years of experience in customer service, where I developed strong communication and problem-solving skills. Currently, I'm working at a local company, helping customers both in person and online. I'm applying for this position because I want to work in a more professional environment, and I believe your company will help me grow while allowing me to contribute my skills to the team.
Beautiful. This answer is longer, smoother, and uses more professional vocabulary, but the structure is still the same: past, present, and future. Beginner versus advanced. What's the difference?
The beginner answer is short and simple, perfect for new learners or people with little experience.
The advanced answer has more detail and more professional language. It shows experience and confidence.
But both answers are correct, and both are great examples of how to answer, "Tell me about yourself."
Exactly. You just need to choose the style that matches your English level and your real experience.
All right, now it's time for the fun part, a real-life interview practice. All right, everyone, it's time for a real interview practice. I'm going to act as the interviewer, and Julia will be the job candidate.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Great. So, imagine you are applying for a customer service position. Here's the question. Tell me about yourself.
Sure. I have 2 years of experience working in customer service, where I helped customers in a busy retail store and learned how to solve problems quickly. Right now, I'm improving my English and communication skills to work in a more professional environment. I'm excited about this job because your company values teamwork, and I believe I can contribute while also growing in my career.
Nice! That was a clear and professional answer. You used the past, present, future structure perfectly.
Thanks. I tried to keep it short but meaningful.
Yes, and that's important. Your answer was about 35 seconds, perfect for an interview. You shared your experience, what you're doing now, and why you want the job.
And I didn't add personal details. Everything was related to the job.
Exactly. That's what interviewers want to hear. A focused professional introduction.
So now, listeners can understand how to give a confident answer in a real interview situation.
Great! Now, let's help our listeners create their own answer step by step. Now that you've heard real examples, let's help you create your own answer. We'll make it easy. Just follow these simple steps.
Yes, we're going to build your answer using the same past, present, future structure, but step by step. Step 1. Past your background. Start with 1 or 2 short sentences about your experience or education. For example, I worked as a cashier for 1 year, or I studied accounting at college.
Keep it simple. Choose only what relates to the job you're applying for. Step 2. Present what you are doing now.
Next, talk about your current situation. Are you studying, working, learning a new skill?
You can say things like, "Right now I'm improving my English," or "I'm working part-time and learning computer skills." Step 3. Future. Why you want this job.
Finally, explain why this job is a good match for you. This part shows your motivation and interest.
For example, I'm applying for this job because I want to grow in this field, or I believe I can contribute to your team. Put everything together.
When you join the 3 steps, you get a clear and professional answer.
And the best part is, you only need 30 to 45 seconds to say it.
So today, try writing your own answer using these steps.
Great! Next, we'll teach you some useful vocabulary and phrases you can use in your answer. All right, learners. Now that you know how to structure your answer, let's add some useful vocabulary and phrases that make your answer sound professional and confident.
Yes, using these phrases can help you sound natural and make a great impression. 1. Starting your answer.
You can start with phrases like, "I have experience in," "I am currently working on," "I recently graduated in."
These phrases help you start clearly and professionally, instead of just saying, "My name is." 2. Talking about skills and experience.
Some useful phrases here are, "I developed skills in," "I am good at," "I have experience working with."
This lets you highlight your strengths and show the interviewer why you are a good fit for the job. 3. Explaining your motivation.
Finally, when you explain why you want the job, you can use phrases like, I am excited about this opportunity because I am looking forward to contributing to. This position matches my skills and interests.
Perfect. Using these phrases keeps your answer professional, clear, and confident.
And the best part is, you can mix and match them to create your own unique answer.
Exactly. Now let's give our listeners a quick speaking challenge to practice everything they've learned today.
All right, listeners, now it's time for a quick practice challenge. Don't worry, it's short, simple, and very effective.
Yes. Here's what we want you to do. Take 30 seconds and answer the question, "Tell me about yourself" out loud.
Use the structure we talked about: past, present, future. Remember to include 1 or 2 sentences about your experience, what you are doing now, and why you want this job.
And try to use some of the vocabulary and phrases we shared, like "I have experience in," or "I am excited about this opportunity because."
Don't worry about mistakes. Just practice speaking slowly and clearly. The more you practice, the more confident you will become.
Yes, you can repeat this challenge every day until you feel comfortable speaking confidently in an interview.
Great! Now let's quickly recap everything we learned today. All right, let's quickly recap what we learned today.
First, we understood why employers ask, "Tell me about yourself," and the mistakes beginners often make.
Then, we learned the perfect structure: past, present, future, to keep your answer short, clear, and professional.
We also shared sample answers, showed a real-life practice, and gave you a step-by-step guide to create your own answer.
And don't forget the useful vocabulary and phrases, plus our quick speaking challenge.
Exactly. If you practice these steps regularly, you will feel confident and ready for any job interview in English.
Remember, practice makes perfect, and every small step brings you closer to speaking confidently.
So stay motivated, keep practicing, and believe in yourself. You can do it.
That's it for today's episode on Tell Me About Yourself for Job Interviews. We hope you found it helpful and easy to follow.
Yes. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss a lesson that can improve your English speaking skills.
And leave a comment below telling us how your practice challenge went today.
Thank you so much for listening. Keep practicing, stay confident, and we'll see you in the next episode.